On September 10th, 2025, tragedy struck at Utah Valley University in Orem, Utah. Charlie Kirk, conservative activist and co-founder of Turning Point USA, was fatally shot while speaking at a campus event. What was meant to be another stop on his American comeback tour ended in chaos, fear, and heartbreak. Today we're breaking down exactly what happened, the investigation so far, and what this means for America. Charlie Kirk was only 31 years old. Over the past decade, he had become one of the most recognizable young conservative voices in the United States. Through his organization, Turning Point USA, he spent years rallying students, engaging in public debates, and shaping conversations on politics, culture, and free speech. Loved by many, criticized by others, he was nonetheless a major figure in modern American conservatism. His Prove Me Wrong tour format was designed for open confrontation of ideas, inviting people to challenge him directly. And that's the stage where this tragedy unfolded. The timeline is chilling. Just before noon, students and community members gathered in front of the Losey Center at Utah Valley University. Kirk began speaking at around 12 o'clock. Roughly 20 minutes into the event, at about 12:20 in the afternoon, a single gunshot rang out. Witnesses describe a sudden loud crack, followed by confusion and panic as the crowd scattered. Charlie Kirk collapsed, struck in the neck. Security rushed to him, and he was quickly transported by private vehicle to Timpanogos Regional Hospital. Despite efforts to save him, he was pronounced dead later that day. Law enforcement immediately swarmed the scene. Investigators say the shot was fired from a rooftop of the Losey Center, some 200 yards away from the stage. Video surveillance captured a figure on the roof, moving quickly after the gunshot. Authorities have released images of this person of interest, noting their clothing, backpack, and even a palm print found nearby.
A high-powered bolt-action rifle, believed to be the weapon used in the attack, was recovered in a wooded area not far from the university. 2 individuals were initially taken into custody shortly after the shooting, but both were released when officials determined they were not connected to the crime. The shooter remains unidentified, and the manhunt continues. The reaction across the political spectrum has been immediate and intense. Utah Governor Spencer Cox has called this killing a political assassination, urging calm and unity while condemning political violence in the strongest terms. Leaders from both parties have expressed shock and sorrow, emphasizing that no one should lose their life for speaking their views. But reactions have also revealed the deep divisions running through the country. Some commentators have used Kirk's death to escalate rhetoric, blaming political opponents or fueling anger before the facts are fully known. Others have called for restraint, warning that speculation and hostility could worsen an already volatile situation. Beyond the politics, this incident raises critical questions. How safe are public events in an age of extreme polarization? What security measures should be in place for figures who draw both supporters and detractors in such charged environments? And what does this mean for the future of open debate on college campuses? Spaces that are supposed to foster dialogue, not fear. There's also the larger pattern. In recent years, the United States has seen a rise in politically motivated violence, threats against public officials, and attacks tied to ideology. Charlie Kirk's killing is now part of that troubling narrative, one that threatens to undermine democratic discourse itself. Still, so much remains unknown. Who was the shooter? What was their motive? Was this a carefully planned act of political violence, or something more personal? Investigators are piecing together the timeline, forensic evidence, and digital footprints. But as of now, there are more questions than answers. What is clear is that this was not just the death of one man. It was an attack that struck at the very heart of political expression and civic life. Charlie Kirk's supporters mourn him as a fearless defender of conservative principles. His critics may have disagreed with his views, but almost all agree. Disagreement should never end in bloodshed. As the nation processes this event,
we are reminded of a fundamental truth. Politics must be about ideas, not violence. Public debate must be protected, not silenced by fear. And every American, regardless of party, has a stake in ensuring that tragedies like this do not become the new normal. This story is still developing. More details will emerge as the investigation continues. For now, what we can do is honor the loss, demand the truth, and commit ourselves to a future where disagreements are settled with words, not weapons.